Hello and welcome back to the Hobbycast.
Today we have got a very special video for you because we have been sent an over 20-year-old vintage Pokemon binder.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Today, instead of creating a binder from scratch, we're going to be looking through a hidden relic of vintage goodies.
Should we get into it?
Let's get straight into it. Okay, we've got the binder laid out in front of us, and right off the bat, I just want to say I love this really classic vintage Pikachu design with the Pokemon logo and of course original fat Pikachu. It's really, really cool.
I do like how this is like what the binders used to look like.
Yeah.
None of that sort of Voltex pristine. You can see that it's from many, many years ago.
Yeah, classic ring binder, just like we used to collect in our childhoods.
Yeah, should we open it?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Okay, on the first page here, we're going to have to shout out the people that gave us this binder. So my mum works with someone called Tim, and his wife was looking through their attic, and they managed to find this really old Pokemon binder, and they were going to get rid of it.
Oh my gosh, don't do that.
Can you imagine that?
We'll look after it, it's okay.
We'll look after it now. But yeah, so they asked around, and my mum was like, you know, my son creates Pokemon content. So we've been sent it and we're going to look through it. So this is kind of cool because we're looking through someone else's childhood collection.
Yeah, it's a really interesting experience just to be able to pull this out and see, you know, how like it's been untouched for so many years. It's exactly the way it was back in probably like between 1998 and maybe like 2002 or something like that. It's got to be.
I reckon. And they would have been, so they're in their 30s now. They would have been, how old?
5 or 6 years old. My maths, that was just a guess.
Maybe,
so
yeah, maybe like
totally wrong.
Sort of 11 or 12. I have no idea. But this is an old binder. So my mum sent a little slip here to make sure to shout them out. We're going to take that out so we can see what's behind.
Oh, these drawings are really cool.
So we've got I collect fossils and Team Rocket Pokemon cards, and I love that because you know I love my fossil Pokemon.
You used to collect like rocks and stuff when you were younger, didn't you, as well?
We've actually got an Omanite.
Yeah.
And it is kind of cool to see some drawings. Like
and
these.
we've got the fossil logo from the
Yes.
fossil set as well, which
And
is
the
proper
Team
sick.
Rocket logo as well. We got Voltorb, Ghastly, Grimer, Diglett,
yeah.
Seal. We got Weedle there, and of course my boy Omanite up here.
Nice little selection of Pokemon.
Yeah, we've also got some stickers here, which I don't know how they would have found these. Like, do you think that they're like official, or do you think that?
No, I don't remember Pokemon ever doing sticker packs of actual cards. That's the thing, because you know they did do stickers back in the day of like shots from like the anime and the films and stuff. I haven't seen anything like this.
No. But we're gonna get into the next page, which we've got some card lists here. These are the original card lists, and this is a booklet. So we've got this probably came with Fossil maybe or base
Yeah,
set, which is pretty cool. So we've actually got not just cards, we've got some real relics from the past. And I really like how organized everything is. We love organization.
Yeah,
don't we?
I'm very big on organizing, particularly with my Pokemon cards. So this is cool. I like to see this.
So we've got fossil Pokemon cards. So I assume that this isn't just going to be obviously the fossil Pokemon. This is going to be the set Pokemon fossil. Of
course.
So we're going to turn the page.
Yeah,
see what we've
let's
got?
have a look.
Okay, all right.
Ooh.
So straight off the bat, we've got a Dragonite Holo.
That's very cool.
Which is from Fossil, I believe. And the cool thing about the old sets is there weren't that many cards.
No, and it was the holos were the big thing. Like,
Yeah.
they were the heavy hitters back in the day. You didn't have any ultra rares or full arts or anything like that. It was just straight up holos.
And like we always, when we get a holo nowadays, it's like, yeah,
It's just a holo.
it's just a holo. Whereas back in the day, it was such a big thing to get a holo. So that's really cool. Is this Disso or Holo 2? It is. We've got a holo Disso here, which is also from Fossil. I love the background, the like checkered kind of like,
looks cool.
like sandbox type.
Reminds
kind
me
of
of the
background.
game corner, but I don't know why.
Well, you got Ditto in the game
maybe
corner.
that's why I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that's really cool. So we got 2 holos straight away. Let's flip and see what we've got. Okay.
Oh, it's a Lapras. That is
Lapras
very,
holo.
very cool.
That's really cool. I quite like how minimalistic a lot of the backgrounds were back in the day.
Very simple.
Yeah.
There weren't many Pokemon, so nothing had to be too exciting. It was all a fresh new idea, so they
Yeah.
didn't have to do anything too crazy.
Okay, we've also got a Muck here. I believe that's a holo as well.
A lot of holos there.
Got a lot of holos. And on the right here, we've got the Lapras, but non-holo
Non-holo
version. It's kind of cool that we're seeing some non-holos and holos. Hitmonlee, We've got, is that a hollow Hypno or is that non-hollow?
I think that's a non-hollow.
A lot of the hollows are really like worn away over the years, so they're not as shiny, but we do have a legendary bird.
That's
right
very cool. Is that a non-hollow as well?
Yeah, non-hollow Moltres from Fossil.
Looks
which
cool
is
though.
Really sick. It's like, I mean, you never really collected any of the like first few sets.
I
did
had
you?
a lot of vintage Pokemon cards from like car boot sales.
Okay.
I would always pick up Pokemon cards, but yeah, no, I went through different stages of collecting Pokemon cards through my childhood, and each time I stopped collecting, I would always just kind of like move them to the side. So they'd get sold on eBay or like traded for other stuff. But I keep all my cards now, so
Yeah,
it's all
we
good.
can't sell any of them. We don't really sell like
Nah, not
any
really.
of our cards, which we've learned from the past because I too sold a lot of my collection at car boots and bought a lot of them at car boots. You know, car boots back in the day. That was how you found Pokemon cards.
Car boots are still great now,
Yeah.
but I haven't been to one in so long.
No, maybe we can do that for a video.
That would be cool,
If
yeah.
you'd like to see that, let us know in the comments. Let's keep going because we've got a lot to go through here. I want to see what we've got. Okay, we've got.
Ooh, now the pages are starting to fill out.
They're starting to fill out, and oh my god, I am already eyeing up this Zapdos right here. Is that hollow? Is that non? I think it's non-hollow Zapdos.
Yeah.
But that's really cool. And I'm starting to recognize a lot of these cards that I had myself. I definitely had like a bunch of these Cloyster cards.
You think?
Yeah, for sure. And like, I just really like how all of them look, to be honest. Like, it's cool we're getting some legendaries.
I find it interesting how this Golbat is a grass type. Like nowadays, that would definitely be a dark type, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I suppose the dark type didn't actually exist at this point. Which
That is
makes
true.
sense.
Fun fact, Dark type got added in the second generation. So a lot of these cards that are from, well, generation 1, we're not going to have the Dark type. So let's have a look at, we've got our first full page here, which is very exciting. And I'm loving the Omastar.
Of course,
The
I knew you
Omastar
were
looks
gonna
pretty
pick
cool.
that one out.
What's your favorite on this page?
On this page here,
Yeah.
I would say I want to go with the Tentacruel. I like
Yeah?
the pose it's doing.
I love the little like blast here. Like this is really like a trip down memory lane because some of these I did have and some of them I didn't. But like just like on this channel, we've mostly only opened or looked through like modern cards.
Yeah, well, we created the channel during the Sword and Shield era, so we've done a lot of Sword and Shield. We have some Sun and Moon from when we were
Yes.
collecting before we started the channel, but yeah, it's mostly just been Sword and Shield and Scarlet
Yeah.
and Violet, to be honest.
Okay, let's keep going through because I want to see what what we can look at. So we're coming to the end of I believe Fossil. I love this card. I had this card and it is actually one of my favorite Omanite cards that like exists.
It's very, very cute. I like the eyes.
Yeah. And it's got like almost like a sort of relic architecture. A lot of the pillars like reminds me of sort of ancient Greece. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll see a bit more of that with Generation
Maybe.
10.
Yeah, that would definitely be really, really cool. I'm excited to see what they come up with.
We've also got Kabuto. So a lot of the fossil Pokemon, obviously, in the fossil set. Ekans, this is a great card. The Horsey. Like, most of the cards on this page I actually did have, and some of them I still do have.
I quite like this Psyduck as well. That's a pretty
Yeah.
cool card. It looks like he's got a headache, but Psyduck always has a headache.
And you know what? I think a lot of the cards, like, they very much look like paintings. Whereas you can see that a lot of the newer cards, they're digitally made.
Yeah.
So,
A lot more effects, whereas these are literally just illustrations.
okay, so we've got our first trainers.
Yeah.
These are the first trainers we've seen. We've got Mount Fuji, or Mr. Fuji. That was the Pokemon fan club president,
Yes,
was it?
I think so.
We've got Gambler, which is...
That's your card.
That's my card. Like, it's kind of funny where you say, like, Pokemon is gambling and one of the first trainers was a Gambler card.
Yeah, I don't think they would make that card these days.
No, probably not. Probably not. We've also got Recycle. And I think this is a really cool card, but, like, poor Jigglypuff.
Just being picked up, like I said, a claw machine.
Yeah,
or
a little
something.
claw machine. Like, maybe that's what the Pokemon plushies feel like when we pull them out of the claw
Maybe,
machines.
yeah.
And then finally, I think the last card that we've got from the Fossil set is Mysterious Fossil, which is very odd. But you can see here, it has 10 HP.
Yeah, so that would be the card that you would put down before Omanite or Kabuto, I suppose.
And it's cool that you've got, like, obviously, like, actually Kabuto, Omanite, and Aerodactyl by the looks of it, which is really cool. The text is so tiny, and if you look at the difference between these, like, there's loads of text which they've, like, shrunk, and then, like, the text here is really big.
I mean, they still do that nowadays.
Yeah.
It's just because obviously there's much more text on the card that needs to be small to fit in.
It's really cool. Also, this Zubat, I remember having these 3 cards here. But let's keep going. I think that's the end of Fossil, and This is going to be cool to look through.
The Team Rocket
Rocket
stuff, especially after having Destined Rivals fairly recently. It's going to be cool to see some of the OG Team Rocket cards.
And especially, I'm hoping there was the introduction of dark Pokemon, not the type dark Pokemon,
but
like evil
Yeah,
Pokemon.
it was exclusive to the TCG back in the day, wasn't it? Like kind of how you had like shining Pokemon, you also had dark Pokemon as well.
Should we turn the page? See what we got?
Do it.
Okay, all right. Straight off the
I
bat.
can see something on the next page.
Oh, on the
that's
next
quite
page. Oh, we've
exciting.
actually got nothing here, so we're going to turn the page again. We've actually, right here, we've got a hollow dark Vileplume. And one thing I'm noticing about this one is actually...
That one looks pretty good.
It's not
I'm
too
not gonna
bad
lie.
condition. Like, obviously, a lot of these cards have, they've not stood the test of time. They're over 20 years old. They're not going to be good condition, but this dark Vileplume actually looks all right.
Yeah, there's going to be no 9s or 10s in here, but maybe you could get a couple 8s potentially. And even like in vintage, particularly like even like 6s and 7s, you can still like grade and actually they'll be worth something because of how classic they are.
Exactly. Like I'm pretty sure as well, like in this set, it appears to be all unlimited. I can't see any like first edition or shadowless, but it's still cool because it's still the same artwork.
And I
it's
do
still the
really
same.
like the hollow pattern on this Vileplume.
Yeah, it's very floral, isn't it? Yeah, that's a really cool card. And dark Vileplume. We've got more dark cards though, which is cool to see. We've got dark Arbok, but obviously a really big hitter.
Yeah.
It's not the hollow version, but we've got a dark Charizard.
I think let's take this one out and have a look at it, just because it's a Charizard.
Yeah, I think this might be the only Charizard in the binder. I had a quick look through, not too much before the video. But you can see some
got some
whitening.
It
But
doesn't
like,
look too bad though, yeah.
it's not awful, is it? Like, it's really cool to see a dark Charizard. Like, this is a card that I definitely didn't own when I was younger.
Neither.
But I think that's really cool. You got the little Team Rocket R there. But that's really sick. Like, you got the flames off the wings as well. Or from its tail kind of going around. But, oh my god, that is so surreal to see, like,
Very,
in
very
person.
cool.
Let's put that back in and we'll see what else we've got. I do quite like these binders. They're very cool. I actually do have a little story to tell about ring binders. Obviously, like, ring binders were all the rage as a kid. Like, not just for TCG, but also just for like keeping like pages in. And when I was a kid, I had a lot of these. And I remember one of these was open. So if we open it like that, it's like just a little bit of a thing like that. And I stepped on one of these.
Oh no.
It closed on my foot.
That's horrible.
Yeah, and it broke the skin. I vividly remember that as a kid. So yeah, that was
Don't go
rough.
stepping on any ring binders, guys.
No, I think that's very much like a...
Only you could do that.
So the third card that we have on this page is Dark Machamp, which is really cool. Like, he's got his 4 arms there. He's absolutely jacked.
Yeah.
Like, that's really cool. I'm loving how many dark Pokemon there are. Let's see what other kind of Pokemon we've got. So if you turn the page, we've actually got Dark Charmeleon.
That's pretty cool. So you got the Charizard and the Charmeleon, which is pretty sick.
And then we've got the Dark Vileplume, but it's a non-hollow version, which is really cool because I actually wasn't sure if some of the hollows had like a non-hollow variant.
Yeah, I'm not sure when
did.
they started doing that. Because they're the same card. Actually, I think I know what it is. I think it's because the hollow would come in a pack, whereas the non-hollow would come from a theme deck. Kind of like how they still do today.
That makes sense. Okay, so we've got some theme deck cards in here by the sounds of it. But yeah, the Dark Charmeleon, the artwork on that is phenomenal. It looks like it's performing... this move didn't exist back then, but do you remember Monferno's Flame Wheel?
Yeah.
It looks like that. We've also got Dark Dragonair, which is cool. We don't have a Dark Dragonite by the looks of it, but that's
Maybe
still
one might
cool.
come up. Who knows?
Dark Electrode. It looks like it's in Black City from
Yeah.
Pokemon Black and White, which is cool. And we've also got a Dark Gloom. So we've got Dark Gloom and Dark Vileplume. We've actually got more Darks everywhere.
Oh, there's a Kadabra card in there. If you haven't already, make sure you watch Euan's video about the guy who sued Pokemon because of Kadabra. It's a pretty interesting story.
Also, shout out to the person that recently commented on that video. I had never thought of it like this, but the person that sued Pokemon was a magician, and they were saying, oh wow, their magic trick was making Kadabra disappear for 20 years, then come back.
It worked.
It worked. So this is a Kadabra card before Kadabra was actually banned from the TCG. So this is a proper relic. This is really vintage because for literally 20 years we didn't even have Kadabra in the TCG and barely any Abra and Alakazam cards. We've also got Dark Machoke, we've got Dark Muck, Dark Persian. I'm thinking though that these two down here are some of my favorites.
I like the Vaporeon. The Vaporeon's cool.
Dark Rapidash as well. Like a lot of the art is quite sort of almost like Japanese traditional art, which I really like. But it's so cool just seeing all of these.
I haven't seen some of these cards in a good while.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely really, really cool to look through them.
Let's see what we've got. I think we're still with Team Rocket at the moment. So we've also got the Charmander. So we actually have
It's
Charmander.
not a dark Charmander,
No.
just a regular Charmander.
I don't think they had the Dark Charmander, but that means we've got the full set, which is really cool. Not the holo, but still really cool. We've got Porygon, Abra. That's a really cool artwork. Dark Raticate, like some of the artwork is quite surreal.
I like the Diglett particularly. It's got a really nice, colourful background.
It's very derpy as well. Also, it's wide. It's a wide Diglett.
He's a chunky boy.
We've got Dratini, Drowsy. Let's move on to this page. We've got even more Team Rocket. I think this is the penultimate page before we move on to the next set. We've got Eevee. Love to see an Eevee.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I remember having this, and I think this is such a cool card. What's your
I like
favorite?
the electric sparks coming off it. I really like this coughing.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's a very, very pinkish kind of purple. Whereas obviously in like the illustrations and models now, it's a much more darker purple. So it's interesting to see how kind of some Pokemon designs have evolved across the years.
Yeah, as well, like it'll be interesting to see what the color would have been like when these were like freshly pulled versus what we've got now. We've got Meowth. Obviously, you need a Meowth in a Team Rocket set. And I quite like this Oddish here. Like, the Oddish is really cool.
You can barely see it. The whole drawing is just green
It's
there.
camouflage. Okay, so I think we got one more page. Oh, no, we got two more pages. Okay. So we've got... We'll go through this quite quickly, but the one that sticks out for me is the Squirrel.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Any of the three original starters are always going to be the ones you want to look at.
Also-
and this Voltorb's cool as well.
Yeah, that one's cool. What I quite like about this Rattata, it's really cute.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like Rattata is kind of, you know, it's a rodent. It's always kind of like looked at
Pest.
like, yeah, it's a pest. Whereas I'd like that as a pet. If I had that as a pet, I'd love it. We've also got the trainers. And what really stands out for me, not only the trainers, we've got this energy here.
Oh, it's very, very dark, that one.
Yeah, full heal energy. We've got Goop Gas Attack. I don't know what that is.
It looks like it's like a guy in a suit.
Yeah, like a
hazmat
suit, yeah.
I do really like this Imposter Oak's Revenge because
Yeah.
I've got an Imposter Professor Oak from Celebrations.
Yes.
That card reminds me of it.
It's cool to kind of see like how some of these cards obviously have been reprinted in such that's like Celebrations, but a lot of them haven't. So it's cool to see the like unique cards that we won't actually potentially ever see again apart from in these vintage cards. We've got one more card in Team Rocket, and I love this.
Another potion, it looks like.
Potion energy. It's very almost like realistic art.
I was going to say it looks like it was made in paint. Like Microsoft
Yeah.
Paint almost.
I feel like a lot of these cards do, to be fair. They're very minimalistic. But so we've gone through Fossil, we've gone through Team Rocket, and we've got something special next.
Okay.
We got basic Pokemon cards. I don't know if this means like first evolution or if this means like base set.
Well, we're going to find out.
We're going to find out. Let's turn the page. Oh.
Okay. No, it does look like it's base set.
We got base set. And did you ever have this Gyarados?
I did, but it had a crease going straight down the middle.
Literally the exact same. I had this Gyarados. I loved it. It's such a cool... It's one of my favorite Gyarados cards, but mine had the exact same. Right through the middle, a crease.
And also the Machamp. Everybody had a first edition Machamp because it was given in one of the first theme decks.
Yes.
So there's so many of these floating around compared to obviously the normal actual first edition cards, which they're very little amounts of.
You're right, because you can see if we get this one out actually, so we can show the viewers. There's two cards. There we go. So if you look here, there's a little first edition stamp. That's what Ryan was talking about, and this is a promo. So this is why this collection has a first edition. But first edition cards are quite hard to come across, apart from this one. So it's quite unique, to be honest. Sleeve that.
And that
one back
Venusaur
in.
is very cool as well. Obviously, any of the final evolutions of the stars are really, really cool. Is it a holo?
It is a holo. It's a holo Venusaur base set. That is really cool.
Yeah.
And we had them in Celebrations. I actually have a PSA 9 Celebrations Venusaur. But should we check the condition?
Yeah,
on
let's
it?
have a look at
let's
that
have
one.
a-
That's definitely one to look at.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a look. it's
It's
not
a bit tattered towards the bottom.
Yeah,
to be fair.
we've got like a lot of whitening, but and there's a little off center, a little bit of whitening at the top. But for being 20 years old,
Yeah, it generally looks pretty good.
and also pretty cool to have. Just like you can, the hollow is actually really
Very
still
shiny,
there. It's
yeah.
very shiny, and I really like that one. We've also got hollow Machamp, not Machamp. We've got hollow Hitmonchan. There's a lot of hollows here, which is really cool. There's that when you're looking through vintage cards, the hollows are what you really want to look for.
What else have we got? I'm excited
Let's
to
have
see.
a look. Oh, okay.
Okay, we got the Mewtwo.
Yeah, I had this Mewtwo. So
2 Mewtwo's.
Hollow Mewtwo, and then it's cool to see how different they are.
Yeah, that one looks like a Drowsy.
Yeah, it does. And it's almost like you got just like Mewtwo on a plain background with
Yeah.
if you went into Photoshop, you could just put a glow around.
Yeah.
It. But this one is like really cool, like the design, the artwork. We've also
And that one's a
got-
promo as well. You
Oh,
see
it
the
is.
stamp there.
I wonder which one that one's from. Probably maybe first movie. I
Potentially,
imagine.
yeah. Although I do remember the Mewtwo from the first movie, and it had a first movie stamp, so
okay,
maybe it's
okay.
not that one. But
Yeah, interesting. So we got Ninetales. Do you like this one?
yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah. I think the background on that one looks really cool. It's almost like a ghost light.
I'd say my favorite on this page has got to be the Zapdos. Though.
Hollow Zapdos as well. Like, that's really cool. I like the background on that one. We've got Beedrill. Now, let's have a look at some more. We've got a full page here. We've got Charmeleon.
I definitely had these 3 cards
Yeah?
when I was a child.
I think I had, I don't think I ever had this Dug Trio, but I'm pretty sure I had the rest. I definitely still have like a lot of my vintage lying around somewhere. If you want to see some of like Ryan and I's like older collection, then let us know in the comments and we'll do that as a video. Let's keep going though, because we've actually got quite a lot in here, surprisingly. We've got a full page here. I love the Magikarp, obviously evolves into that hollow Gyarados.
Yeah.
Any that stand out for you here?
Is this a shiny Magikarp?
It's quite golden,
Yeah.
isn't it? I don't think it's supposed to be, but
But
it's,
it looks like it is.
I think it's just like a very orange Gyarados, a very orange Magikarp. It just reminds me of like when you reach the Pokemon Center before you go into Mount Moon.
And the guy tries to sell you a Magikarp for
Yeah.
500 Pokedollars.
Yeah.
But
Maybe-
yeah, you take it because you don't have a fishing rod yet.
Exactly. Let's keep going. I love the Poliwhirl. I like Poliwhirl as a Pokemon. We've also got Warsaw, Bulbasaur.
That Bulbasaur is definitely very, very cool. I remember that artwork.
Yeah, the Caspy's quite cool as well. This Abra I had loads of, and I feel like it's quite unique because it's got like this lovely night sky behind it. I quite like this Porygon actually. I quite like that it's got like a polygon background.
Of course.
To go with the Porygon, which is really cool. Let's keep going because we're actually only like halfway through. We've got a Charmander. Did you have this one?
Yeah, I think I definitely did. And the Ghastly as well.
Yeah,
to
the
be fair.
Ghastly. No hollows on this page. Just keep going. The Poliwag, the Ponyta, and we've got a Pikachu.
The Pikachu, and it's a Yellow Cheeks Pikachu.
Yes.
So there were 2 variants. This is the one that there are quite a lot of, but the original one had a red cheeks, which was actually an error because when Pikachu is using Thunderbolt or any other kind of electric move, its cheeks change color. But the original one was a misprint, so the cheeks were red.
So there's like so much lore to these
Yeah.
cards, like so many little facts. We need to have up on screen like Ryan's fun fact about
Yeah.
vintage cards. Let's keep going, see what we've got. We've got Staryu and Starmie. I always remember really liking this card. I don't know why, but it's because it kind of feels very 3D to me.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, it's very angular, isn't it?
Yeah. We got Vulpix, and now we got, like, by the looks of it, all the trainers. We've got Clefairy Doll, Computer Search, Devolution Spray, and then there's a full. This
That's
is the one.
imposter Professor Oak I was talking about. Yeah,
This
it looks
is the
exactly
card.
the same. It just doesn't have the 25th anniversary stamp on it.
Yeah. You've got Pokemon Breeder, Trader, Lass, Scoop Up. We've got loads of energies down here. Well, super energy removal, energy retrieval. Let's keep going. We got, oh my
We've got
god.
some energies coming up.
So
I do like the
many.
classic energies. I like the way they look.
We got, so not Imposter Professor Oak, we've got Professor Oak. And I think Bill deserves a
That's a
mention.
cool one, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out, Bill.
Shout out Bill, who turned himself into a Clefairy in the original game.
Yeah.
We got the potions. I always really
I'm pretty
liked
sure
this
it was a
switch.
Nidoran. Not to
Was it-
correct you,
was
but
it
I'm pretty sure
Nidoran?
it was a Nidoran. Or a Nidorino, to be specific.
I thought it was a Clefairy. Like Ryan just said, we've got energies. We've got double colorless energy. We've got fighting, fire, grass. You know what would be kind of cool to use some of these for our aesthetic binders, maybe? we could do that in the future. We've already done a grass binder. That was the last video that we did. Go check that one out if you love your grass. We haven't done a fire one. We've not done a fire one. If you want to see a fire binder, let us know.
That would be cool.
Ooh, lightning, psychic, water. We've done a psychic. We have done
water and psychic.
We've done those two. Check those binders out. We're going to keep going because I can already see some really interesting cards here.
There we go. That's the stamp I was talking about. Those are the first movie promos. Those are really sick. I had the Mewtwo and the Electabuzz, but I don't anymore.
I never had the Electabuzz. I had the Mewtwo. I think I had the Pikachu. So as Ryan was saying, if you see here, it says Kids WB presents. That's Warner Bros, right?
Yeah.
Kids Warner Bros presents Pokemon the first movie. And if you see in the corner here, we got promo. So was there 3 or 4? Promos.
Maybe 4. I can't think of what the 4th one might be though. Oh no, because there was Ancient Mew, so that kind of came on its own. So I don't think there would be just a Mew one. But maybe there's another Pokemon that was.
Did you ever own Ancient Mew?
No, but I have seen them in person before. Yeah.
I never owned one as well. I'd love to get my hands on one. Obviously, we've got a lot of whitening, but it's really cool to see that there's some promos in this as well. Like, this was the first movie. And when did the first movie come out? Was it
1999?
1999. Okay, so we've got Pokemon from the previous century.
Yeah,
promos
that's crazy.
From the 1900s, which is really cool. And I think the Victory Bell and Venomoth are cool, but I don't know if I ever owned any Unknown.
I had Unknowns, but not from, like, this era of cards.
Okay. So we got E for Euan, even though the E in my name is silent. What's this?
That's
a
W.
W?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And then obviously O.
Yeah.
Let's see if we got any more Unknown on the next page. We don't.
Some more energy.
We do have some more energy from a different set by the looks of it.
Looks like we got some more holos coming up.
We got some more holos. So we got that Victory Build that we just saw, holo version. Kangaskhan, Holo Muck, Holo Mewtwo.
That one's cool.
That's really cool. I like the Kangaskhan, to be fair. It's very like light. It's got a cool background. Let's see what's on the next page. So we just got a full heal. Some more trainers.
Yeah, we got an actual trainers Pokemon though. Kind of reminds me of Journey Together.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the roots of where that set came from.
Exactly. And you can see, let's take this one out actually, because it would be really cool to see. There's a card next to it, so we can get it out. I don't know why I'm being so careful. They're 20 years old. But
it's good to appreciate them nonetheless.
Okay, so you can see here Blaine. That was the fire-type gym leader from Generation 1. And this is Blaine's Ponyta. So it's kind of cool that we're actually going through different generations of Pokemon. Even though they're early, you can see that different cards are coming out as the sets are coming out. We've got the Pokeball, the original one, Rapidash. See what we've got. Ooh, what's on the next page? Anything we've got a double page spread.
Oh, we got a different Pikachu.
Yeah.
That one's cool.
That's really cool. So we've got 2 Pikachus there. Another Yellow Cheeks. Would have been really cool to see a red cheek Pikachu. And then we got the Vaporeon. I actually had this Vaporeon, and it was from the Water Blast theme deck.
I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, at a card show fairly recently, to be fair.
We've got Misty's Staryu. It's cool to see Misty in the corner here. It's really cool. We've actually also got more Misty's cards. We've got Misty's Horsey. Sabrina's Ghastly.
Yeah, we got
cool.
2 Ghastlies and a Haunter there.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. And Mankey and Primate.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see it. They put the Pokemon, that evolve from each other on the same page.
Yeah, that's really cool. So much. I honestly, we both appreciate the organization.
Yeah.
It's really cool. We've got another 2-page spread. Let's see if there's anything interesting on these. I think we got Brock's Mankey, which is interesting because obviously Mankey's a fighting type.
Yeah.
And Brock's obviously the rock type gym.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, that makes sense.
Kind of interesting to see. On the next page, we've got 3 Erica's Pokemon. We've got Erica's Oddish.
And Gloom is a funny looking colour. That's not what Gloom normally looks like.
No, it's usually a purplish colour, but it's literally like
the fact that the bulb is brown as well.
Maybe I don't know if that's like over time.
Maybe, potentially.
Whether that was just what the card looked like. We've got Erica's Bellsprout. What have we got on the next page? Ooh, I always really like this Lickitung. And you know what?
That tongue is so crazy.
What that tongue do? You know what though? When I was a kid, I thought that Lickitung was licking off gold. Like,
Really? That
coins?
just looks like a tree branch to me with berries on it.
But that when I was a kid, I just thought it was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's looking up gold. I don't know why, but like looking at it now as an adult, I can see,
Yeah.
those are just some like bananas. We've got Persian. Cool to see a Snorlax, to be
Yeah.
honest. Not a hollow Snorlax. I believe there is a hollow.
These cards are from Jungle, I've just noticed. So we've
Yes.
got Fossil, Rocket, and Jungle cards in here, as well as a handful of cards from Base Set,
That's
which is
really cool. But what I'm really excited to look at, because on the next page, we see the end of Jungle. We see Base Set 2 here. This Centric is obviously from second generation. I don't know what that...
I'm not sure what that set symbol is.
I'm not sure what that set is, but we've got 2 cards from Generation 2, and obviously, I know you're going to love the Crocodile.
Yeah. Totodile was my first star I picked when I played Pokemon Soul Silver, which was my first game back in the day. So I've got a lot of love for Totodile, Crocodile, and for Alligator.
It's really cool. I think my mum mentioned this card, that it was at the end, because if we have a look at this.
Oh, it's been like pieced back together almost.
By the looks of it, it's been glued back together.
Not with like tape, but with, the glue. I guess that's, obviously it's never going to be the same as how it was fresh out of the pack, but at least it is all in one piece.
It is. It's really cool. I mean, it's actually kind of impressive that they've been able to resurrect this card. But you can see that there's... I'd like to know what happened to this card. Maybe
there was some kind of like playground squabble or something like that. Who knows?
Or maybe it doesn't seem like it's been put through the washing machine, because I know a lot of people have cards when they were younger that were in their pockets when they went to school, then they put it in the washing machine, slip that back in. I think we're coming to the end now. Yeah. So
that's it.
We've got some more stickers here, Magikarp, Machamp, Vaporeon, but yeah, that is the
And we got Ash Ketchum on the back. That's really cool.
We can see here 1995, 1996, 1998 Nintendo Creatures Game Freak. It's really cool to see like different years made in China.
Yeah,
So-
officially licensed Nintendo products as well. So
Yeah.
that was an official Pokemon binder
That's
from way back in the
cool.
day, which is really, really cool.
And then we've got Pikachu and Ash. It's good to see Ash.
Yeah.
Obviously Ash no more, sad. But back then he was everyone wanted to be Ash. So
Really cool binder, definitely.
what was your experience of looking through these like vintage cards?
It was just really, really cool to look through it and just, harken back to the past a little bit. Obviously, Pokemon has just about reached its 30th anniversary, so it's been going on for so long. It's really nice to see, like, the origins of where the franchise began, and obviously seeing how it's all led up to this and this YouTube channel being created as well.
And now we've got this collection, which is really cool. And I've really enjoyed looking back through some of these old vintage cards. It's nice to reflect and look back at some of the cards and where Pokemon came from as well.
Of course, yeah.
But I really enjoyed that. And of course, a very, very big thank you to Tim and Rachel for sending this up to us. It's been a blast to have a look through.
Okay, thanks so much for watching this video, you guys. If you'd like to see us create our own vintage binder, which could be a cool idea, make sure you let us know in the comments.
And of course, like this video, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can give us hype points. Not really quite sure what it is, but if you can do that for the channel, it helps. Every little helps. Don't forget to comment, let us know what you thought of the video, let us know what kind of videos you want in the future, but also, don't forget to subscribe.
Of course, we're going to be uploading more content soon, and we hope that you will come on this journey and watch it with us.
Thank you and goodbye.
See you later.